So I've had a number of requests from people who are interested in learning more about our JavaScript and UI stack. And so I thought I would maybe put together a series of quite short videos, each of which addresses an individual item in our stack. And I thought maybe we would start from the bottom up, and together we could build sort of a clone of Hearsay Social, Hearsay Labs that uses the same stack, but that we built up from scratch, and so you can see how all the pieces fit together. So the first thing, maybe it's the first sort of core infrastructure piece that we use, is require.js. So I thought we would create a project and install require.js, and that would be enough for the first video. And then I can put this project on GitHub, and I'll put a link in this video so that you can get to the commit that we generate together. All right, so let's try making a project. So I'm in my projects directory on my laptop, and let's create a demo app directory. And then we'll do git init. Good, so now we got a git repository here. And let's create an index.html. Since we're only concerned with UI stuff here, we don't necessarily need a Python app or anything, so we're just going to do straight HTML. So we'll need a head tag, close that head tag, need a body tag, close that body tag, and then we'll close our HTML. All right. So what we want is we want require.js. So let's see, over here I'm at require.js's website, and we'll go and we'll download it. So here's the most recent version. We'll get the unminified version. I like to include the unminified version in my project since it allows me to if I need to step through things, it's much easier to read. So just like Hearsay Labs, I'm going to create a static, I'm going to make a static directory, and then within static, I'm going to make a JS directory, and then similarly, I'm going to make an external directory, because that's where we keep all JavaScript files that are not ones we've written. So then I'm going to download require.js, and I like to keep the file names to include the version of the library that we're using. So this is 2.1.22. This is not quite what we use here, but I think it's close enough. So you see here that we've got require 2122. So I'm just going to copy that. All right. So now let's go back to our index.html file. So if you look at require.js's website, and I'll try to make this a little bigger here, there's like a little getting started tutorial here, but really the main thing we want is this. So the way require.js works is you include require.js in your project, and then you point it at this sort of initial module that you want it to load. So here ours will be static JS external require, I've forgotten what I called it, 2122. 2.1.22.js, and here let's start with static JS initialize.js. I think it will fill in the .js for us. You may recognize that from main defs. All right, so this should install or pull down require.js and then use require.js to pull down initialize. So let's go ahead and create that initialize file. So we'll create a new file called static JS initialize.js, and it's going to have a require block. With just a function, and it's going to alert hello world. I think this is how you do a define block or require block. I'm not entirely sure. All right, so let's go ahead and open this file. All right, so nothing happened. So let's see what we've got going on here. All right, character encoding was not declared. That should be fine. Let's see what it downloaded. Let's look at the page. So is this link good? It is. Is this link good? It is. So probably our require statement is not correct. So maybe we need to use require.js, and maybe we need to pass this first argument. Let's try that. So we'll call this require.js, and we'll say we don't actually have any dependencies for this module. Now you notice this is require and not define. That's because it's the initial endpoint and not a standalone module. Alright, so now we've saved that. Let's try refreshing. Oh, hello, and there we are. So we've got hello world. So that's just a very simple as getting require.js working. So you can see all we need is require.js, and then the file that we are asking require.js to load. And then over here we've defined the require module. This is in the AMD syntax. And then it executes some code. So that's all we need. Alright, that's it. We'll see where we go after this.